friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Stacy and I am the Chapter Conundrum, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the Spreading Bookish Joy and Gratitude book tag. And this is the tag that was originally created by Book Chat with Pat, so I will go ahead and link her video. And I was tagged to do this by Already Overbooked, so I'll also go ahead and link his video, and you should definitely check them out if you haven't already. So the first prompt, joy. Joy is the serious business of heaven, C.S. Lewis. Name an author whose books bring you joy, or discuss a specific book that made you feel joyful. And this isn't really my typical kind of reading thing. I like to read dark books. I don't read happy books very often, but one that I did read, I think either earlier this year or last year, that I loved was The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. And this is just a really short, sweet book that's just chock full of uplifting life truths. And pretty much anyone can benefit from reading this. And the best way I can describe this is just like a hug in a book. Like if you are having a bad day or a bad week, this is a book you want to pick up and check out because it is fantastic. Prompt 2, friendship. The only way to have a friend is to be one, Ralph Waldo Emerson. And this is to discuss something about Booktube that makes you feel joyful. And definitely the crux of what I love so much about Booktube is just listening to other readers kind of explain either their tastes or just their thought processes on books. Definitely I love discovering more about my own reading tastes in listening to how other people put things into words that just I can relate to, or maybe they explain something in a way that I just never thought of, but that clicks with me and makes so much sense, and that makes me a more intentional reader or reviewer going forward. So definitely that is something about Booktube that I find really joyful. Prompt 3 is laughter. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand, Mark Twain. And this is to discuss a book that primarily focuses on friendship. And one fantastic example of this that I can think of is Theft of Swords, or really all of the Raya Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. Our two main characters in here, Royce and Hadrian, have a hilarious but also very heartfelt and interesting friendship. They have one of my favorite dynamics in main characters. Their banter is top notch. They have each other's backs no matter what, but also they're not afraid to give each other crap when it's warranted or tell it like it is. And definitely reading this series is so enjoyable because of those two characters. So prompt 4 is community. The good we secure for ourselves is precarious and uncertain until it is secured for all of us and incorporated into our common life. Jane Addams. And the prompt for this is to discuss an author or specific book that makes you laugh. And for this, I'm going to go with I Hate Fairyland. It's a graphic novel series that I don't think I've talked about on my channel yet, but I've read the first 5, and these definitely make me laugh. If you know the premise, it follows our main character, Gert, who is right here, and she was sucked into Fairyland when she was, I think, 6 or 7, but she's been stuck there for quite some time, and she is pretty salty about it. So now she's like a 40-year-old trapped in a 6-year-old body, and she's kind of over all the niceties of Fairyland and ready to stir the pot, essentially. But yeah, she's very funny, and I would definitely recommend these graphic novels if you have interest in them. Prompt 5 is to discuss a book where the idea of community is important. And for this, I'm going to go with Beyond the Shadows by Brent Weeks. This is the 3rd book in the Night Angel trilogy. And obviously, being that it's the 3rd book, I can't really tell you too much. Just suffice it to say that one of the themes of this series is that when individuals come together with their unique abilities and talents, things can happen. I'm not going to give any more explanation than that, but definitely a sense of community made me think of this book. Prompt 6, gratitude. Let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayer, Maya Angelou. And this is to discuss a communal reading experience that you've had. And there are several. I've been in and around the Booktube community for many, many years now. I haven't had my own channel until this year, but I have participated in many community events, and there are so many fantastic ones. But one that was kind of lesser known that I want to shout out that I had a lot of fun with was the Booktube Spin. And this was something that I think Rick McDonnell is the guy's name who did it. And essentially he would put up a video on his channel saying, okay, guys, I'm going to do a Booktube Spin. And in the period of the announcement and when he actually did a spin to figure out a number, you or anybody who wanted to, would make a list of 20 books that they could potentially read within the next 2 or 3 months, and whatever number was spun on the spin reveal, everyone had to read that number on their list. And so I had a lot of fun making these lists with people. Oftentimes I would kind of divvy my 20 books into like 4 categories of 5 books each. So I would have like a category where it's like, oh, this friend chooses 5 books that I could potentially read. And it was just also fun to see everyone's posted list, get the reveal, and figure out, oh, you have to read this, haha, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely a Booktube community reading experience that I had a good time with. So prompt 7 is to name a book in which a character demonstrates real gratitude, or name a book that left you feeling a sense of gratitude. And I'm going to go with a book that has a character that feels a strong sense of gratitude. And for that, I'm going to talk about 2 books in the same series, Age of Swords and Age of War, books 2 and 3 in the Legend of the First Empire series by Michael J. Sullivan. And I'm not going to tell you who it is, but there is a character in here who kind of crushes on another character, and he sort of sees himself as like lesser than her, or like puts her on a pedestal. And because of that, it's very sweet. Like any moment he gets to be adjacent to her, or like any time he gets to spend with her, he's extremely grateful for. And it's really just adorable to read. It is like the most wholesome, sweet thing ever. It's very cute. And lastly, the final prompt, prompt 8, is to tag others to spread the sense of joy and gratitude. And I have 3 people I want to tag to do this. The first is Mindy's book journey. I don't see her do tags a whole ton, but I kind of feel like this one is going to be up her alley, and I am very curious as to what her answers are. The second person I want to tag is Boiled Jellyfish Reads, so Jordan, and I am also curious to see what he has to say. And then lastly, I want to tag Usman over at Bards and Books. Mostly I'm just curious to get his book recommendations for these prompts, because I think he'll have some good answers that I'm interested in. So that was it for today's tag. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite Booktube community experience that you've had, whether it be a readathon or challenge or a collab video or something. Let me know, what has been some of your favorite Booktube experiences. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on your way out if you want to, and have a great day. Bye.